So we're back. Another version of the Dunwoody Dialogues coming to you live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I hope you're on one of those channels. Maybe you're tuning in now. Maybe the message is coming to you that, hey, Dunwoody is live. Well, we are glad that you are here, no matter where you're coming from or how you are joining. These are the Dunwoody Dialogues. And what do here? We interview people that have big impact on Dunwoody. Maybe they run a business in Dunwoody. Recently, we had Dr. Reedy on, and he talked about OCD. We've got all these great topics that we like to bring up, and typically, we're going to focus on folks that live here in Dunwoody. This show's brought to you by Discover Dunwoody. We're the official destination marketing organization for Dunwoody. That means our job is to make sure all of you know about our restaurants, our shopping, and our hotels. So go check out our website, discoverdunwoody.com. You'll learn about all the great things that are here in Dunwoody. And we are frankly, we're the best source of information in the perimeter. So make sure you go check out our website and watch our social media and check out especially our Instagram account. There are so many things there that we share that you're definitely going to want to know. So today, let me start to introduce our guest. I have a little bit of an intro here, but I want to go through everything here because it's so important. Today's broadcast, we have a great guest. Her name is Cathy Manginelli. She's the Chief Talent Officer and the Atlanta Center lead for TriNet. TriNet is a company that has moved into the High Street District, and they are one of the leading human resources leading HR solutions companies for small and medium-sized businesses. TriNet made major news by choosing Dunwoody's High Street as the home for their new corporate center in 2025. They're bringing 750 new jobs and a $15.4 million investment in the Dunwoody community. This was Atlanta's largest office transaction in 2025. So Cathy's been with TriNet since 2017. She brings an impressive background. She's a Cornell grad, has a master's in organizational behavior. She has spent time in leadership in TD Ameritrade, MetLife, Citigroup, and Merrill Lynch. And recently, she was named one of the top 25 women chief talent officers by Women We Admire. Wow, there's a lot going on there, Cathy. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And what's great is you're over there squirming. I could see you out of the corner of my eye because you are actually very humble. You have an important job here, and probably letting me wax on eloquently about all the things that you do probably made you uncomfortable. That's what we like about you. So we're glad you're here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I want to start off with a little bit about TriNet. I described a little bit of what TriNet does, but breathe some more life into it. What exactly is TriNet?
Well, people matter, and we believe in that wholeheartedly, whether it's in the community or our customers or even our colleagues. And so we are a PEO. It stands for Professional Employer Organization.
Okay.
So essentially, we are a co-employer to really support those small to medium-sized businesses that really don't have the infrastructure and really want to partner with TriNet to help with scale, with benefits, compliance, payroll, the stuff that makes their lives difficult when they're trying to grow their business, right, and be entrepreneurs. So we sit on the side of the client and we help them do those things.
Okay. Now, so most businesses, they know exactly what you're talking about, probably because they're working with one or at least aware. If I am not in the business space, and I kind of want to describe that, what you do is you solve all those HR things for companies, but you manage payroll, you'll offer benefits. If I'm offering benefits by myself, I'm probably spending more money than I would if I were to join your organization, have you do that. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple sort of math problem, right? Economies of scale. You think a lot of entrepreneurs. My husband, he was a small business owner before he retired, and I know that's where he struggled the most, was just understanding the different laws and the compliance pieces to the HR space and the human capital space. And so it's not a piece that I don't think it's advertised enough in terms of the value that we add through the co-employment relationship, but we help small businesses there as well navigate, understand, like, you know, I guess our position is we're the HR experts, so you don't have to be. You
Right.
can focus on running your business and growing your business, and we'll be there to help you do that and navigate all the, I guess, generations of your business as you grow it from an HR perspective.
Oh, I think that's terrific. And, let's be honest, a lot of businesses, a lot of business people start a business because it's something they're good at.
Yeah.
They're good at, making widgets,
Right.
for lack
And
of a better
passionate
word,
about,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. HR may not be one of the things they're
That's
passionate
right.
about, right?
That's right.
Accounting may not be something they're
Right.
wild about, right? And so they hire an accounting
Exactly.
firm to do that. You help with all that HR.
Exactly.
And paying people is
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah.
It's a headache. Frankly, it's just a headache.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it helps. Trying to have somebody
Yeah.
solve that for you is really great.
Yeah, and we can help with like hiring and just even strategically helping them figure out how to grow their business. So we kind of there's some
Well,
I
that
would
is good.
say some parallel support that we do in addition to just the benefits payroll compliance pieces as well.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we love that you're in Dunwoody.
We love
think-
being in Dunwoody.
That is just so fantastic. You guys are headquartered in Dublin, California. And let's be honest, you could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
So what was it about selecting Atlanta and Dunwoody
Yeah.
that was, what was the linchpin? What made that happen?
Yeah, so I mean, we did do an extensive search across the U.S. It wasn't just East Coast or Georgia, right? So I mean, we had in our top 5, we had some Midwest locations, some
Okay.
South, So we spent about 6-8 months meeting with different states and government agencies to look at both from a colleague perspective, culture perspective, but also a total addressable market perspective, like the commercial aspect of our business, right? Like
Right.
where would home be best for us? And as we went through that process, not only was the folks in and around Atlanta and the governor and the mayor and others super
The governor
easy.
was involved.
Yeah, super.
Did you meet him?
I didn't, but my
Oh,
CEO did. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But just supportive and easy to work with, well coordinated, rolled out the red carpet for us in that regard. Like they just really made us appreciate what it would feel like to be, to have our center and be in the Atlanta area.
Good.
And then as we started to narrow down our criteria, it's like, well, what do we really need in moving here, right? And so obviously there's the commercial aspect, right? Is there a big small business market here? And there is,
Yes,
right? There is
yes.
there is a lot of opportunity for us to grow our business.
Define small business.
Well, for us, so our sweet spot is like companies with 10 to 15 employees, maybe even 50 employees, to like
Okay.
150, 200. But we service customers that are smaller than that. We service customers that are much larger than that too.
Got
But
it. Okay.
I would say the organizations that don't have in-house HRs, right, that are not large enough to really kind of support that infrastructure,
Got it.
we would characterize as small to medium-sized business.
Okay.
And so Atlanta has a lot of those, the greater Atlanta area. So that was one big factor. Another big factor was access to university talent, because we have an early in career program that we launched this year. Ascend is sort of a cornerstone for our talent strategy and our workforce building strategy. And so access to college graduates that want to come and work for TriNet is huge for us. And so again, we looked and said, there are so many universities here. The diversity of folks that go to those universities, the diversity of curriculum, it was you And then just access. I mean, the Atlanta airport is in and of itself just magnificent,
Yes,
right? It is.
right.
You can get to anywhere, and we are global. So we have sites in all over the world, and so we want to make sure that we're able to get in and get out easy, and get in and out across the U.S. easy. So having that the Atlanta airport and access to the airport, and so those are sort of our, I would say, 3 tipping point factors. There were obviously other factors that came into play as we looked at our criteria, but we've been here now for, I think, 7-8 months, and we opened doors August 5th, and
Wow.
just couldn't be happier.
I can't believe it's
it
only
was the right
been
choice.
that long.
I know, right?
Yeah, I think one of the things about Atlanta that most people don't immediately think about are the number of colleges we have here.
Or
This-
trees.
Or trees.
There's so many trees.
We love our trees.
I love the
right?
trees.
Isn't it
I can't-
amazing?
I love the trees. It's
But you
amazing.
came from the Northeast.
Yeah,
There were
but
lots of
it's-
trees up north.
Yeah, but this is different.
Really? We have more
Yeah.
trees than they have up
They're
north.
bigger. They're bigger trees.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting. spending time in San Francisco, I worked in San Francisco for 5 years, and all when friends from San Francisco would come, that's the first thing they said.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look
It's
at
the
the
city
trees.
in the trees. Now I know why they say that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
All right, so you've been here for 7 or 8 months.
Yep.
The newness is worn off, right? That's plenty of
Somewhat,
time.
yeah.
There's still new things, but
Yeah.
it's, and you're still expanding offices over at High Street, so you're in that build out phase.
We are.
How is the city, how is Dunwoody, how has the region embraced you guys? You picked us because of evidently the Southern hospitality. Has it borne out? Have you seen that?
1,000,000%.
Really?
Yeah. My husband says to me, I can't believe I waited this long to live somewhere so beautiful. And he means it not just because of the trees, although
Sure.
they are beautiful. It's the people.
Wow.
Everyone has been so warm, so generous with their time, with their knowledge, just really helping us find our way and getting us connected into the community, and that has been so important. In fact, yesterday we just did a ribbon cutting at Junior Achievement, so we're doing lots of partnership within the community as well, and we just hired a head of corporate social responsibility, Kat Reynolds. She's amazing, and so yeah, it's been a wonderful experience.
That is good. Well, we love that. And especially with hiring over 750 people, having we love that you're employing all these folks. Here at Discover Dunwoody, we like to talk about one of our main missions, actually our core mission, is create economic prosperity so people have jobs.
Yep.
And to see that you're bringing folks in is great because they'll shop at our shops, they'll eat in our restaurants, and hopefully even come back after work or maybe stay late. That would be terrific. Let's talk about your role at TriNet, Chief Talent Officer. You're the only one I know. What does that job do? Describe a day in the life.
Yeah, kind of fancy title,
Cathy
right? Fancy
Manginelli.
title for just, yeah. So basically my job is to help the company hire, develop, and engage their employees. I mean, simply put, if I was talking to, my daughter's, I don't know, grade school class, that's what I would say. And there's a lot that goes behind that. But, building a culture, making sure that TriNet is an incredible place to work and everybody feels like they can bring their full self to work, their authentic self to work. I mean, all of that is packaged into what I do every day, plus being the site leader as a sort of an additional kind of responsibility to make sure that the Atlanta site in particular is spectacular and has a great vibe and people love coming there to work and they can do their best work and find their potential and realize their potential. So that's kind of what I do. I happen to think I have like the best job in the world.
Yeah, it is really cool. Well, and High Street's a unique location.
Oh, we love it.
It's because it's not one building.
Right.
So most companies come in and they buy that space and that's it. What you've done, it is almost like a campus. You'll end up with multiple buildings and people move about. How does that complement your mission?
Well, and I think it complements our culture too, right?
Okay.
And so our mission, I talked to you a little bit about, growing certainly from that early career talent perspective, and then the vibe of TriNet, the culture of TriNet is one that is very, very fun, very engaging. It's all about learning and growing and growth, and really have that entrepreneurial spirit like those small businesses that we support as well, and the High Street location has all of that vibe.
Wow.
It really does. We looked at other, not to give shade to other locations we looked at, but we looked at, I would consider more traditional corporate offices in the area. And when we came up on High Street and we saw the possibility in the building, what are they doing? They're growing, right? It's work, play, live. And that's how we're going to have a game room in our office. Like that's just our vibe. Like it's work, play, live. It's making sure that we're, again, we're doing great work. We're having fun while we're doing it. We're making an impact. And the High Street location with all of the work, play, live amenities that they have there just completely aligns. And so, yeah, are you going to have to grab an umbrella if you want to walk across the street if you have a meeting, or across the corridor, I guess I would say the courtyard? Of course, it's okay.
Yep.
But, get that exercise, get that fresh air. We love that. And be able to just kind of continue to connect across. So, yeah.
It's a little bit like a college campus.
It totally is.
Right? And that's on purpose. You like that.
Yes.
I can absolutely see this. At the exit doors coming out of the office, there'll be buckets of umbrellas. There's an umbrella. You get a TriNet umbrella to walk across the way.
There you go. There you
right?
go.
I
Yeah.
could. There's lots of ways to handle that.
And there's it's also a destination, right? We spend a lot of hours at work, and so I was just thinking about this week, right? So I got done with a late meeting, and I walked out, went to my car, but I didn't go to my car because I walked out and there was a buzz. There was a buzz at High Street over at Agave Bandito, which is delicious, by the way.
Yep.
And so I went over and I ended up chit-chatting with a couple of other colleagues that were over there. And we continued to just connect. And so, that's the kind of experience we want when people are coming to work too. And so High Street is just a perfect place to do that.
That is so cool. Well, we love that. So let's talk about jobs.
Sure.
You're hiring a ton of people.
Yep.
What candidates are you looking for now?
Yeah. Really, as we build the center, to your point, 750 employees over the next couple of years, we're right around a little shy of the 200 mark in terms of number of employees that we have currently at the campus.
So you're at 200 now.
Ish. Yeah, a little bit less than that, but
Is 750 the target? Does that sound
Yeah.
about right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So each week we're bringing in several folks. So we have, we have pretty much jobs in almost every sort of category, whether it's IT or, service or product. In right now open at the center, but our main focus obviously is sales growth with our Ascend program and helping us take advantage of that commercial opportunity that I talked about before. So, yeah, check it out if you're interested.
I cannot get over. I cannot wrap my head around hiring that many people. You know what it sounds like to me is a hotel business. So when hotels open, a large hotel like the Marriott Marquis in downtown Atlanta, they have 700 employees that work in that building. That's a lot of hiring. That's a lot of interviews.
It is.
It's a lot of face-to-face things going on.
That's right.
It's a lot of work, actually.
It is. Yeah, I just hired actually a head of talent acquisition, and he's building out his team. So we have recruiter positions open as well.
Wow.
To help support the hiring
to
plans.
help find the people to
That's
hire.
right.
Wow,
That's
look
right.
at that. All right, one of the things that we've talked about a lot is a program we have in the Perimeter called Perimeter Executive Administrators Collective with a K, so it says PEAK.
Yeah.
And this is where we bring in executive assistants. They meet. We bring them in roughly once a quarter, sometimes more. Well, there's an HR 101 idea, and this is in its, we're clearly in the formation stage of this, and we've talked with you a good bit about this. The goal of this would be to bring an HR executive so that they can collaborate, they can trade secrets, they can really maybe have outlets that they don't have at work. Why is this style of a program sound like something you would want to lean in on?
Well, being in HR can be a little lonely.
Tell me more about that. What does that mean?
So, I think that when someone has issues or, they want to talk to somebody about working through something, they come to HR. But when you're in HR, where do you go?
You can't talk about what you just talked about.
Yeah, because we deal with a lot of confidential information, right?
Sure.
And so just having a network of folks that understand the kind of what we go through when you're an HR professional and be able to kind of talk and work through things. No trade secrets, though. You said that, no trade secrets.
Right.
Will be really, really helpful. I have a perfect example of actually something that happened last
good.
week. So there was something that was going on nationally, and I had somebody that I've met through my network here that texted me, and she said, hey, how is your company going to handle this? They're not a competitor, obviously. And she said, because this is what we're thinking, but I'm not quite sure. And I responded back, hey, that's a good question. Let me check in. And so it was just a great way for us to continue to learn from each other as well, like you're doing in the PEAK program for the executive admins, and just grow that network. So, certainly being new to the area, I'm super excited about this opportunity. But even for those that have been around a while, it's a great way to continue to just find that community of folks that understand what it's like in a day in the life of being an HR professional.
Well, I love it. We love these programs because we like engaging with the executive assistants in and around the perimeter area. And I always question myself, it's the executive administrators. they're important to us because we want them to know about the resources we offer.
Sure.
So we make their life easier, and we're able to help get them to our
And Discover
our
Dunwoody,
stakeholders.
by the way, has helped us a tremendous amount already.
Oh, thrilling to hear that. Thank you.
You've been such amazing partners to us to help us, whether we're doing an executive meeting or we need hotel space somewhere. So,
Rock
yeah,
on.
I
love
really
to hear
appreciate
that.
it.
Yeah, well, we love working with you guys, and I'm not just saying that. You are so much fun to work with. So it is easy to help you. But on the HR 101 thing, this is really interesting. We are totally interested in sponsoring this because we want to engage with those HR executives too. We can help them. So you've already seen it. Oh my gosh, we got a meeting come in. We got a training program. We're going to have trainees flying in. How do we find some place for them to go?
The
and
team
we offer
building.
all those. Exactly.
I mean, you set us up. We did a team building that we made pasta and
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, this is fantastic, and I love that you're interested in that. And honestly, you're kind of our linchpin in that. You are one of our forming partners. So I love that you're willing to lean in and help us.
Absolutely.
We could talk all day.
We can.
I could sit and talk to you all day. And maybe we move the next one to Agave Bandito. That would be a great spot.
I would be up for that.
Yeah, that would be good. Tell me, how can people, or share it with everybody here, how can folks find out more about TriNet?
Sure.
And maybe reach out to you?
Sure. So they can certainly reach out to me via LinkedIn. Cathy Manginelli, it's right on LinkedIn. So happy to, connect with folks and build my network. But TriNet, go to TriNet.com. And if you are curious about the careers, all the jobs that I, have been referencing, TriNet.com/careers. You'll see our career site right on our website. And or I don't know, knock on a door over at High Street, I guess. No,
there we go. Yeah.
come catch me at Agave Bandito.
Well, and I do want everybody to know Cathy spells her name Cathy, and her last name is Manginelli, Manginelli. There's somebody at my church that I know very well who spells their name exactly like yours, except there's a C where your G is.
There's debate about whether or not we were supposed to be a C.
Oh,
I'm first generation,
really?
yeah. And when
maybe somebody was handwriting a
they
form.
did when they came in through Ellis Island, and so as we've gone and done some 23andMe stuff, some lineage stuff, we've realized that I might have been
there is a relation.
I might have been a Mancinelli and not a Manginelli.
I will have to connect you with our good friends because you may be related.
I know. That'd be great.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
with us today. We appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And thank you for watching. I'm Mark Galvin, your host for the Dunwoody Dialogues. This show is produced by Discover Dunwoody. Our director is Madison Holt. She's back there behind the board, running all the cameras and the sound. We appreciate everything she does. I want to make sure I mention to you that we are always giving away our Dunwoody stickers. These are all over the place. You can find them in City Hall. You go to Lauren Sock's Functionize Health and Physical Therapy spot. Go to Stage Door Theater, or go check out NFA's Burger. And I think NFA is about to open their brand new location. But they have them among a lot of other folks. Or just come here, and we'd be happy to give you a Dunwoody sticker. You can find everything about Discover Dunwoody at discoverdunwoody.com, or go to our social media. And our handle is Discover Dunwoody. Find us everywhere. You got to check out Instagram. We're constantly sharing all the brand new places that are opening. We yell back and forth across the office. Say, hey, have you heard about this opening or that opening? We are always trying to be the tip of the spear, making sure you know about all the great things that are going on in Dunwoody. And 46 new restaurants have opened in Dunwoody over the last 3 years. So you definitely want to make sure you're watching for all that good info. So, Cathy, thanks again for being here. We love that TriNet is here. We love that you're hiring 750 new folks and helping High Street be more successful.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. And thanks to all of you for watching. Now, come Discover Dunwoody.